Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to AV Atmos. Subscribe if you are new to our platform. Right now, I'm just going to read um, Scott Mendelson's official review for Rise of Skywalker, and it is terrible right now as I speak to you guys. I think this movie is having a big problem with critics. Like, seriously, all critics have been really upset with this film, and I've not seen it yet. I'm going to see it probably by next week. By next week. Yeah, I know it's coming out in 2 days' time. I think worldwide it should come out in 2 days' time, or even tomorrow, because tomorrow probably will be Thursday. So yeah, it's coming out worldwide tomorrow. Now, let's start off by what he's saying here. He's saying Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever. Like, seriously, this dude is really pissed with Rise of Skywalker. And if you guys don't know Scott Mendelson, this guy is one of the biggest journalists, contributed film pundits for Forbes. He's been doing this for over 20 years. He is one of the best in the business, and he covers box office results and records for Forbes, and he is good. So if he says a movie is good, you probably have to look into why the movie is good. And if he says a movie is bad, there is valid reasons why a movie is terrible to him. So let's take a look at what he wrote on his article. Now, he started out by saying The Rise of Skywalker is a bad movie and a miserable finale that serves no purpose other than to reassure adult fans of the original Star Wars that they are still the chosen ones of the pop culture galaxy. Now, he warns people by saying there are spoilers in the article he writes, because he goes in depth explaining some of the things he dislikes in the movie. Now, he starts out by saying, given the loud and SEO friendly backlash to Star Wars The Last Jedi, I have expected The Rise of Skywalker to be something of a walk back in terms of tone, plot, exposition. It continues by saying, after all, The Empire Strikes Back was in itself a dramatic departure from Star Wars, and it was followed by the prequel, Return of the Jedi, that was closer in spirit to the first movie. What I was expecting at worst was a well-made and character-driven action fantasy that perhaps contain plot threads or story bits from which I don't care. You can enjoy both Batman Returns and Batman Forever. Now, he goes on to say, J.J. Abrams, Chris of Star Wars Rise Skywalker is genuinely bad movie, one that repeats the fatal mistakes of the likes of Spectre's Spider-Man 3 and the crimes of Grindelwald to the end of Star Wars saga. That's the Skywalker saga. And he's kind of saying it's one of the worst of all time. Now, he goes down, he continues by saying that the problem with Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker isn't just that it's absolutely works back a number of potential reveals and plot threads from the last movie, but rather than that, the 142-minute movie spends almost its entire running time retconning its predecessor and adding painfully conventional plot twists, prioritizing rivals in the name of mollifying the fans who merely want to be reminded of the first 3 movies. Man, this dude does not like this film. From what I'm reading, I actually read this article a few hours ago, and I must tell you guys, this is not looking good for this film. There is a part he goes on to talk about He even says it even shies away from the Force Awakens darker real world implication. It's so concerned with character reveals and this dude does not like this film. I can't even see anything he's saying here that gives me that glimmer of hope that you can actually go and watch this, because he is actually saying that this movie was pure trash, and I don't blame him because dude, there have been a lot of leaks that have come out for this film on Reddit. Even before it came out, there was a debate of whether people really saw the press screening. J.J. Abrams refuted those claims, and right now a lot of people that have seen it are not happy with it. Now, he's actually saying, for the record, the whole movie looks great, in which Kylo Ren, Adam Driver doing what he can to sell some awful dialogue and plotting. I know Adam Driver is an amazing actor. I actually like him, loved him in this new movie Marriage Story with Scarlett Johansson, but I know this franchise would really put a dent on his career. Granted, it pays him very well. In fact, from what I can see in this entire article, because there is a point where Scott goes on to compare this film to Frozen 2, and he says Frozen 2 was a bad movie, but the fact that Frozen 2 had a little bit of heart and was able to make use of the charm of the characters to build around the awful story and make it at least work for the fans, really tells a lot of how this particular franchise have actually gone. Now, I really want to keep this short. I'm not going to read the entire article. If you guys want to read this, I'll be sure to leave the link to the entire article in the description for you guys to go check out Scott's take on this film. That's not to say that I'm not going to still see this film regardless of how terrible it is. I'm still going to see it regardless. Right now, it's not doing so well on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it has gone down to 57%. It's not doing well, and I really don't know the fate of the box office performance for this film, but I'm going to cover that on a separate podcast after this, and we'll see what's going to happen. Now, let's check out Star Wars Rise of Skywalker current Rotten Tomatoes score. I think it's at 57. Okay, let's refresh this. I want to see the current score. Okay, it's currently at 59% with 198 reviews, so it's not looking good, guys, but regardless, I brought you guys the article from Forbes. Go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. Follow us on social media, and I'll catch you guys next time.